Hello. During my career as a web developer, I had the opportunity to get involved in several development projects, including online newspapers. There was a time in which I was embarked in a discussion in which I was asked if I believed that print journalism can or not compete against online information. And I said no. And I have many reasons to believe that. But I'll be focusing in two of them. Okay? And first one is that online information, online information sources can be more effectively updated. And secondly, is that online stories can be limitlessly linked to other related stories. Okay? And I'll be explaining these two topics right now. Okay. First is about the effectiveness of updating information in an online source. And it has a very important component, which is the technical nature of the source. Okay? So you only need to update the information within one single distribution point. And that makes the things a lot easier and makes it technically effective. And when I say technically effective, it means that you don't need to invest any more technical resources for that, like the way you do, or the way you have to do, if you wanted to do it in the print press, in which you would have to embark yourself in another print job, pre-press, and with that you have to invest human resources, and you have to invest machinery work and all that. And also is the cost effectiveness, because when you're using all these resources, you also get into cost. And compared to that cost, the cost or the resources used to update information in an online source is basically not significant at all. Okay? And also is the fact of notifying your audience that an update has been done to the information. Okay? And in the case of online information, some sources don't even need to inform anybody about the update. I mean, when we're talking about very important information sources, like, for example, a website of CNN, they don't really need to inform their audience that they have pasted an update there, because they have regular visitors, people that just regularly visit their websites and to get the information, so they don't really need to get informed that something new has been posted or anything. So it's not necessary. And when there are cases in which it's extremely required to inform, to notify the audience about any update, you also have a lot of technical resources available for that. I mean, for example, email. You can have your audience subscribe to a mailing list, and you can email them to let them know that you have published an update to an information. And also, you have social media. And with social media, we have a very important component, very interesting, which is the viral effect. Things in social media can turn into viral, which works a little bit different when we talk about print press. Okay? And the second important reason why I believe that online resources are better is that the online stories can be limitlessly linked to other related stories. Okay? And it includes a link to web pages, and which is technically easy. Okay? And you don't really need to do to paste the information within your article, like the way you should do in case of referring or citing any content, any third-party content within a print article. In that case, you really need to put the information. You really need to embed the information there. And online, in an online source, you don't need to do that. You just need to put a link. And in order to put this link, you don't need to embark yourself in an extremely technical process for that. And in some cases, you don't even need to have any technical expertise for that. My personal case, I have a project. I manage a project in which has been developed by using a CMS WordPress. Okay, many of you may know about WordPress, and we don't really need to have any technical personnel in order to update a link, because the editors, they can do it themselves. I mean, the journalists, they don't need to have any technical expertise in website coding. They just can update the website, just can update the links. And also is the fact of the amount of resources that we have online. So there are so many resources that you can link this article to. And I know that in online newspapers, probably you don't want to link to another newspaper, but you also have some other information sources that you may link to, like Wikipedia, for example. And linking to all this other third-party resources will enrich and facilitate the comprehension of the information that is in the article. Also, you also have the opportunity to link to articles that belong to your same source. For example, a newspaper that probably is going to follow up on any specific news, any specific story. Like, for example, there is a law that has been discussed in the Congress, and you have an article about when the law was first discussed, and then you have an article when the law was proclaimed, and then an article about the impact that this law had in the future. You can have a link, reciprocal links between these articles, and it will facilitate the comprehension of the story. Okay, so and because of this, and also because of the effectiveness of updating the information in an online resource, an online source, I believe that online sources or online information have an extremely huge upcoming future, and I really believe that print journalism cannot compete against it.